remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We back with another Music Monday on this Monday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and of course, this is Music Monday, something we bought at the beginning of the year. Y'all know this is where we talk music on Mondays. Y'all see the topic. We're gonna dive in, and I'm gonna let Dunce go ahead and introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's enjoying their extended weekend. It's like the fourth weekend. I was just talking to Polo behind the scenes, asking him how everything went for him. I did text him once, to see if if he made it there and all good and everything. I didn't want to text him too much because I wanted him to enjoy his family time. But like I said, yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying this extended weekend for the July. Today is Monday. If you had the day off, like I did, then enjoy it. Actually, I got tomorrow off too, so I'm gonna just enjoy the little bit of that because I'm back to it Wednesday. So yeah, hope everybody's enjoying it, and yeah, if you are watching, then yeah, let's get right into it.
Most definitely. We're talking Mozzy today, man. Mozzy apparently was, and this is all alleged, of course, involved in a shootout after I guess it was an after party. Reportedly, at first, it was like 9 people that were shot, but it turned out to be 7. Now, I'm not super duper familiar with Mozzy, but I know just enough to be dangerous, like I was telling Dunks behind the scenes here. Um, I know for a fact that he is from Cali, right? And then also he is signed to Yo Gotti's record label, which um used to be Crack Music Group, but he changed the name to Collective Music Group.
Yeah,
And all that means, and that's not even to take shots at Gotti. That just shows growth, as he's not, he's still who he was, but he's grown into. No matter how you slice and dice it, he's going up to a professional level. So he want his.
well, yeah, we gotta think because think about this, and this is what always stuck out to me when I first saw this. Remember at that point when he started hanging out with Jay Z,
Mm-hmm. He took the
That's why I felt like that turning point came for him.
safe to say he took dinner. You know that saying like, would you take
Yeah,
what is it, 500K or dinner with Jay-Z?
yeah.
Safe to say, Yo Gotti probably already had a
I
500K.
say exactly. I was gonna say. I feel like the money part was easy. He already had that, so now
Yeah,
it's only because like I say, now he had to take it to the point of okay, I have this label. How can I market it? How can I, get start making it make money for me? And then
yeah. How can you capitalize on
after
it?
that, that's when you start seeing all these artists start to pop up on Yo Gotti's label,
Most
and
definitely.
they're all successful.
Yeah, if you think
So
about it, he don't really like from the female rapper. Who is it? The
Glorilla chick, right?
yeah, Glorilla doing her thing.
To
Yo Gotti,
Moneybag,
Moneybag is what I meant to say. Moneybag, he
42 Doug.
42 Doug, even though he kind of still locked up right
Yeah,
now.
but still, like none of them have really been a flop.
Yeah, each one of them when they came out, he definitely puts the time and the marketing into his artists. I'll say that from what it seems like. And reality,
Yeah, he got that ESTG.
yeah, ESTG doing his thing.
Yeah, so yeah, he's got a couple. He's got a lot of young talent under his belt.
Yeah, I mean he got a few I think 42 Doug is still locked up at the moment.
But
But
yeah, still he didn't do a bad thing when he was out.
yeah, apparently this is Mozzy's not his first time kind of running into the law. I think he actually just got out. I'm gonna quote my sources here. I think he just got out in May of this year. Yeah, May 4th to be exact is when he was released. I got an article on that as well. Apparently he had a gun case, so I want to touch on that a little bit tonight as well. But I was gonna say that kind of goes with the gift and curse of being a record label owner. And we can take this all the way from like Gucci Mane, where you can have a successful artist, but when you get a young successful artist coming from nothing, so to speak, because they all sell that came from nothing type of story. Let's just keep it 100.
Yeah,
Majority of them come from that. Hey, I came from nothing type of story. To now, even if let's say everybody say they signing for the $1 million or whatever or X amount, even if they're not getting it all up front, the whatever amount they're getting in their hand at the time for their sign on, that's still probably way more money than what they had. And think about it, you go from
yeah, probably way more than they've ever seen.
yeah, you go from basically eating, barely being able to eat McDonald's to now, hey, it is what it is. And
And now, hey, now it's this big name person, whoever it is, take you to the drive-through in McDonald's. It's just something like that.
yeah, some as
And
simple as that.
they still want to try to keep that personal touch with you.
Yeah. And then if you think about it, they get that big lump sum of money. And one thing that I've always argued with, and people just argue with too, like, and you can't tell nobody what to do with their own money at the end of the day, and I accept that. But reality is, it's been time and time again. It's like, yo, we've seen too many artists come out. Not saying this is Mozzy or anybody, but this is just in general. We've seen too many artists in general come out saying like, hey, yeah, their bag really wasn't. It really works. Like, and they usually say this after they cool down from their hot streak. That's when you start to see the quote unquote truth come out. They all say the same thing where it's like when they was hot, they wasn't complaining because they at the peak of their career. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're
No,
blinded by they're blinded by that first advance and by this new influx of popularity they have.
yeah,
And we all know that it's that short-lived fake love. Because you're a new artist. Obviously, the label's gonna push you out there, and they're gonna force people to know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
no,
So you
definitely.
can be feeling yourself, and like I said, you're gonna have your bank account gonna be looking pretty, your pocket's gonna be looking nice, like everybody gonna know who you are. So yeah, you're gonna feel untouchable for that, for that moment.
Yeah, yeah. And just I would say it would be nice to have some marketing people to help them or like some type of business thing to help them kind of manage the money. And hey, like we're gonna set this amount aside for you. So even if you mess up,
You gotta think though. I'm sure.
how many people would take that deal? Who would
Yeah,
take
I'm
that?
sure. I'm sure that's offered. I'm sure that's out there. But like you just said, and like we can all agree, we all know, when you come from nothing and that much money is given to you at once, you're not thinking about 5 years. You're not thinking about a year from now. You think about what you can go get right now to the average artist, you know,
Yeah.
to the average young artist who comes from nothing. I'm not gonna say all because some do know how to do it well, but to the average that you see, you know,
Yeah.
like they're not thinking about investing. They don't care about, you know.
Yeah. And reality is it's the same story. And to be honest, to play devil's advocate, right? And it's probably gonna sound bad. I can think of some artists who actually got signed, got their advance, and they bought their family a home versus like buying the jewelry, cars, and the BS stuff that's gonna
Okay, yeah,
depreciate.
of
But
course.
but on the flip side, that same artist that tried to floss that, every other rapper was making fun of him, saying like, "Bro, what the hell? You got to invest in yourself. Like this was a
Well,
stupid
that's
purchase."
you know what, and I was gonna say that is because, like I say, it's kind of a contradiction because, like you said, yeah, he took care of his family, got them a house, made sure they're taken care of. But now, what if what if everything else goes bad for you, and
Well,
now you got them a house, but you're not taking care of yourself, and then they want to turn their back on you and be like, you're not who we thought you were, that type of stuff because it happens. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So make sure that if anything, get yourself a house first. So
What?
they will people will you will always be you know you will always be taken care of, like not to put it to where people will need you, but at least you know that, hey, I'm good, and if I can help my family out, then yeah. Parents are kind of an exception. You need to just go and get them taken care of, whatever, buy your house and say it's theirs, and then go work on getting yours.
Yeah, most definitely. Then also, but if you don't do the typical showing that you signed to a major, hey, I've signed here, got this advance. Look how I'm living now. Some say it's flossing, but it comes with the rap game. Like how many people you? It's very rare the ones that don't do that come out like on top. But we can think of some ones who don't do that. Like J. Cole and
And
Kendrick.
he's done it when he was out, when he was in New Fish. He was flossing too.
Yeah, true. And he
So
rap. He even rapped about it.
I'm
He
saying
don't
he
work
had the
did a
big
he don't,
chains, everything. So come on.
yeah, he don't did a
But
complete.
he also told the story to where he said that wasn't him. It was the stylist doing that because he said the rapper right before him pretty much had the same thing on, and he
Yeah,
said obviously he was a new artist, so he just goes along with well this is what you have to do. So it's
yeah,
kind of like it's kind of like an industry thing to they dress you in that type of that new artist chain and Mary's or whatever time it is, that's how
whatever the new hot
yeah,
item.
for the new artist coming out, that's what the agenda is. That's how they push it, for you to be in that type of way.
I'm wondering how many artists actually really want that get up versus the one that just do it because hey, this is what the record label said I have to do to
I
be
guarantee
successful.
you, I guarantee you, about 70% don't want that.
Yeah, this is true. I wouldn't be surprised, but they go with it anyway to do what they
Well,
got to
yeah,
do.
obviously they have to. They've already took the money.
Yeah, true. And I've heard one person try to like just keep the money and try to give it all back, and the record label was like, "Oh hell nah, he already don't put the investment
Exactly.
in."
Exactly like we've already spent more than what we've given you at this point. So to try to give it back will be pointless.
I've seen some rappers say, "Well, cool, I made the money now, working with you guys. I'm gonna buy myself out of the contract."
That 2 million turned to 12 million. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's what one rapper was saying. He said, "Yeah, you guys signed me for 3 milli. Here's 3 million back.
Nah,
I would
it's
like to
nine
be out of
million.
my deal." And he said there was like they looked at him like, "Well, you're not worth it now. That you're like it's 6 million now. Like,
Mhm.
like, yeah, we need
Plus,
6 million."
plus what we spent on you. You know.
Yeah, you saw what RIP to Tupac, but you saw what happened whenever he finished his last album with Death Row, and whenever he talked to Suge on the side about, hey, that was my last album. I completed the contract, this, that, and the third. And Suge was like, yeah, you did, you cool, but there's still some things missing that you haven't completed back in the contract. And he showed him all the expenses that he had been paying for. And he's like, yeah, as long as you pay this tab off right here, which it was like some crazy amount of number, it's like, go, you free to go, do your thing. And
Yeah.
then he
Well, like I
goes,
say, isn't it like the after you finish your contract, they give you the option to like buy your masters, which is probably at a ridiculous price, or or something like they hold on. They still own the rights to you for like 7 years after you're done, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yep. And that's the thing. When he hit him with that, he's like, yeah, you once you pay back this tab, you good to go, but all music stays here for X amount of years. He said, or he hit him with an you know, re-sign again. I'm gonna give you your own label. Think about how many people you see that was signed and now they got their own label. That's what it is. Like, okay, cool. Well, you can do your own label. You can run, name it whatever, and you can sign some artists. And this is where that whole pyramid scheme
And he
came
said,
into place.
but all that money is gonna come straight to me.
Yeah, like they gonna get a cut. Like I'll say this, they'll get a cut. Everybody gonna get a cut out of that art. So like say like cool, you sign the artist for X amount, and you get 10% of everything they do. That's just kind of how a 360 deal. That's good if you can get that. If they only taking 10%. But if you think about it,
You think
now
they taking more than 10%?
oh yeah, I just threw out a number. They most definitely taking way more than that. But say that, and they say like because Moneybagg Yo signed XYZ, but he still signed to Yo Gotti. So now Yo Gotti, now that percentage of what that artist is bringing back to Yo Gotti, that's bringing back to Moneybagg Yo. Yo Gotti still gets a percent. Like as his bag goes up, your bag, the main person at the top bag go up too. That's
Oh,
how
yeah,
that's how the quote unquote 360 deal works here. You know what I'm saying?
We know money bags in the 360.
Oh yeah, and it's the thing. Like some people truly just don't care. Like we can think of Blueface. They're like, yeah, I don't know nothing about my deal. I just know I got this, and that. Yeah, I don't know what else you want me to tell you. And they're just happy with that. Some people just truly don't care. They just go in and keep making music. They know they're getting paid. They're not really tripping. Now, if you're a consistent artist like Drake or something, yeah, deals like that really makes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's on top of all his finances. He know exactly what's going on, in
Yeah.
every deal.
Yeah, or it's like he's never stopped really to keep it 100. Even when Drake's songs suck, they still do numbers compared to all the other artists,
Oh yeah, oh
because
yeah.
everybody's want to check it out. Even if we got to check it out just to say we don't like it. Point blank, period. Let me see what all we got in the building real quick, and then I'm gonna share my screen on Mozzy being released from prison early in the gun case, and then we're gonna talk about the current event that's going on as well. Y'all smash that like button and sub up if y'all haven't done so already. As y'all come in and up out of this joint, we got Serenity Delta 22 says, "What up?
Yep.
What's good?" No Hype says, "Yo, on my way home, then I'll tap in with y'all. Salute,
Sure.
appreciate that. No Hype." Slayer in the building says, "What up, sneaker people? What up?"
Yo, what's going on?
We got Big Money Sunny in the building. Says salutes. What's happening, everyone? What up, Big Money?
Yo, what's going on, Sonny?
What up? Manny with a kick says Europe was goody chat. What up, Manny?
Yo, what's going on, Manny, bro?
Says Sunny the plug 85 Slayer and Polo plus Dunk salutes 100. Y'all already know, man.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely. And I was on my Polo vibes this weekend for sure. Future video coming on what I actually wore and everything like that. I got that coming here real soon. I just got to get back. I also got to get caught up in the chat, like not the chat, but like the comment section of my videos. My whole schedule just been out of whack, but I'm gonna get back to. I'm getting things slowly back into whack, man. So y'all work with the kid, man. Let me share my screen on this real quick. Says Mozzy released from prison early in gun case. Now this article dropped May 8th, but like I think he actually got out May 4th. So it says Mozzy was reportedly been released from prison early after serving 10 months for a federal gun case. The CMG signee, real name Timothy Carnell Patterson, had previously turned himself into federal authorities last July at the United States Penitentiary and had a projected release date of July 2023. So, I mean, he got out, 2 months early, May, June, July. Yeah, so roughly about 2 months early.
Yeah.
I guess that's a win, I guess that's good as it's gonna get for good behavior. Because I think long as you don't get in no more trouble while you're in there, they may knock off like X amount of time, however it works. I don't know personally because I've never been. Don't want to know. But I'm just leave it at that. I don't want to find out the hard way. Let me put it that way. Says, however, according to the documents obtained by Hip Hop DX, Mozzy was released on Thursday, May 4th. In addition to his sentence, Mozzy was also hit with a $55,000 fine, but remains unclear if he's paid the fine yet, as the case has been sealed. Um, he probably got some type of payment plan. Hopefully, he wants to pay it back as soon as possible.
Hmm.
Um, hopefully, because I know I had a family still do. Every time they get out, it's some type of fine that comes along with it. Um, Very interesting how that comes about. I feel like honestly, if you've done your time, hey, let that man start over with somewhat of a clean slate.
Hmm.
Why not? Unless it's like something serious where he like done something where it's like, all right, cool, you got to keep a good watch on this person. But I mean, overall, if it's like you hit me with just a gun case, I had the gun on me, that's it. But I ain't like, you don't have no records
Well,
of me actually.
like, and what I still don't like, what I still don't get is how like nothing against the law, nothing, but how they fail to realize like that people live certain lives where like they don't they don't want to be touched. They don't, So if like they live dangerous lives, that's how they have to live. Like I understand that it's supposed to be legally carried. I
Well,
understand that part.
and I think if you're already a felon, you're not tech. You can probably have one in your home, but I don't think you. I think you can have one in your home depending on which state it is, but you can't have like you can't. You're not supposed to be carrying it. So
Well,
that
yeah,
could have been
I
a
know,
factor.
and he doesn't even have to be carrying. Somebody in the car could have it, and because he's a felon, he's not even supposed to be around it.
Yeah. So
So I mean, I get that part, but they need to understand at a certain point he has certain things that he has to protect. Like he has people depending on him. So
I got an answer for you. Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. This is what they want you to do if you consider yourself such that type of person that can't be touched and you're worth a lot, allegedly. Here's the thing where people say this all the time is, well, if you know you can't have it, then why not have security with you?
I
So
can't.
you and it's a thing. Security, what they fail to realize, for somebody to secure you, that don't mean just call the police is not finna follow you everywhere for XYZ. You're gonna have to hire actual like ex cops that are now doing security, which again, I will say this: you already in debt to the label anyway, right? Let's just keep it 100. And you need to have, other than the security that's going to be at the spot that's already there, you need to have additional security for yourself. That ain't free, bro. Even
Well,
if it's
I'm sure the label got them lined up. Like this is it. Pick
it,
your. You
clearly not, because so many guys keep getting caught with that thing. I can go down the rabbit hole of how many rappers have been caught with it. We can even just think of Boosie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
Well,
think Boosie
at a
signed
certain
anyone.
point, though, I also feel like it's a pride thing where they feel like they have to prove something.
Yeah, Drake probably has security with him everywhere,
Oh yeah,
but
of course, but
not.
also nobody really considers Drake a threat.
Well, I mean, it doesn't. You don't have to be a threat for somebody wanting to rob you at gunpoint.
Well, yeah, of course not. But I'm saying that's just like they're not gonna go, like you said, yeah, they're not gonna go any further than a robbery maybe with Drake, but with certain people who live a certain lifestyle, that's what I'm referring to. The ones who feel like they got something to prove.
Yeah, I've seen one rapper online reporting where he was by himself, but he said he wasn't by himself, and he had that thing on him in California, which knowing he don't live there, this and the third, you don't. That's another thing too. A lot of these people, if they wasn't, I'm not saying don't post on social media, but if you try to be more self conscious of what you're putting on social media, you wouldn't be in some of the situations that you are. And we all put some on there, myself included. We've all put some on there that like we probably look back on it like, man, we probably shouldn't have put that out there. But you know what I'm saying? And these guys knowing if you're so high profile, and it's another thing too that's not helping the situation, if you ask me. Not saying this is Mozzy, but I'm just saying rappers in general. You rapping about that lifestyle, somebody's gonna want to challenge you.
I'm saying, yeah, to add to that, what's also not helping is sad to say, but us, the general population,
We're supporting
because
it, yeah.
exactly we're supporting it, and they feel like this is a lifestyle that they have to live up to. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it gets them locked up. In worst case scenarios, gets their life taken. You know,
Hmm.
we've seen it happen in the past 2, 3 years, 4 years. We've seen it happen multiple times. All for the same reasons.
Yeah,
So but like I say, it's just when if you're gonna live a certain lifestyle, yeah, I get it. Yeah, make sure that you legally have the protection that you need.
yeah,
Whether it be with the security or whether it be with you legally having a weapon.
yeah. Make sure
But like
you're
I
able
say,
to.
if you like I say, but also you gotta understand, half of these guys are still 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Uh, and they're just living the lifestyle that they know. This is what comes natural to them until that status really kicks into them.
And let's just keep it 100. Half of them that lifestyle that we're seeing flossed. They it ain't no more. It ain't nothing else in the budget for security if they gotta come
Yeah,
out the
exactly.
pockets themselves. Um,
Exactly. Especially if you got, like I say, at this point in time, because back then you used to be able to have 10 dudes with you. Now at this point, if you got like 5 dudes with you, you going broke.
yeah, you pushing it because they're not working and they're depending on
Exactly,
you.
and they're just depending on you, and that and that little advance that you got is not gonna go far. You
Exactly.
gotta say, and especially if you got 5 other dudes that's living in this house that you got off your advance. You gotta feed
Fun
them
fact.
this all
Fun
day.
Fun fact: Dame Dash broke down like signing for $1 million one time a long time ago. But I ain't gonna say I remember it verbatim, but he had a valid point. I will say this: Dame Dash was like, yeah, we'll say yeah, the person signed up for $1 million, but that's not really a lot of money. So he said, you get a milli, but you also got to get taxes taken out of that, right? Then he said, all
Exactly.
right, cool, that leave you with X amount. Then he said, now you coming off the street, you got no credit, no nothing, so you got to get that fixed, which ain't free. So that's gonna take, anywhere from 5 to 10K, probably depending on the situation. And
Hmm.
then like now you gotta find some place to stay because you've been living off the street, trying to get your own spot. Now you gotta get a whip and some jewelry and some clothing and some gear. So when you do go back to the hood, everybody think you're getting more money than you're really not getting. So that's easily you're gonna throw that 100K down to easily when you get that $1 million advance, which you're not going to get $1 million. You're probably going to, after taxes, say like you walk away with like 850,000. Still a lot of money.
I'm sure they're gonna attach you. They're gonna attach you, and by the state that you took the deal in, which
Yep.
which is most likely you're gonna be dealing with the California state tax, the New York state tax, or the
You hit the mic. You hit the mute button.
oh, I'm sorry,
You
you're
good?
right.
Go ahead.
So yeah, the California state tax, the New York state tax, or the Florida state tax. You know,
Yeah. So
so you're gonna be getting hit, or maybe the Texas state tax.
yeah,
Because you got
yeah.
those guys down there.
So yeah, that can vary. Lucky you'll be happy to walk away with $850,000. Now, still a lot of money, but think about it. You're gonna get that what? Let's say you go cheap, right? And you get the Lambo. That's still gonna be 100K. So you can subtract. Now you got seven. If you bought it outright, you know.
Hmm.
But we'll say you a big boy, you got it, but you ain't got no credit. Say you didn't buy it outright, but you still put it up. So you still had to put, we'll say 50, right? So now you at 800K. You need a crib, so you either gonna rent or you gonna buy a home, or you probably gonna rent. So cool. Now, but you want to live and rent one of the big spots, something that you really should just go get a nice, depending on what your family size is. But now you rent, you went, let's say you go on the high scale of things. Now your rent is anywhere from 4 to 5,000, which honestly that could still be a regular person's rent.
Yeah,
So it's probably even more than that. We can say a strong 10. You know what I mean?
about 10,000 a month. Yeah,
Ten
especially
thousand a month because you're
especially in California and these if you're living up in the Hollywood Hills and shit like that. Oh yeah.
so now you got that coming 10K a month. You know what I mean? Now your jury easily you're probably gonna drop another 100K on it.
Well, clearly now that's not the issue, but we've seen where the jewelers have come out and say, hey, they haven't paid for their jewelry, so a lot of that jewelry is on for like payment or on,
Payment.
hey, I'm gonna give it to you to promote for me, and you give me this amount for it.
Or they could turn that into a monthly payment too. I mean, there's
Exactly.
some
But they
jewelry
skip one of
stores.
those payments, you know.
Yeah, so you can
So,
put that on the tab, out of that
and
800K.
and that's just taking care of, like you say, but that's just taking care of the necessities. You know,
Yeah,
getting
that
all
comes with
that
the
stuff
game.
taken
Yeah.
care of. You gotta have all that stuff you named besides the jewelry. You pretty much gotta have. So now get on to the point, like you say, where now comes in your family, making sure that that they're straight, that they're taken care of.
And let's say say if you want to go cheat with your family, be like, I ain't getting them no honey, but I give them 50K. Now
Each.
you, yeah, or depending on who it is, we'll say you just give one family member 50K and they divide it out and work it or whatever. Um, so now you're easily down, probably right in the 600K mark. Now you already finna be slightly right at half a milli already. Think about it. Still a lot of money if you got it. Now keep in mind these bills are gonna come every month. Um, when but if you're doing it right and you go off and you got a hit, you're gonna make great money on tour. But the people who saying they get X amount of show, whatever they saying they're getting, to the best of my knowledge, and I could be wrong, with a 360 deal, the label's getting half of that too.
Off rip.
Yeah, off rip. So if you're like, I'm getting 30K a show, label's gonna take 15, you get 15. Still a lot of money though.
But
But
then
keep in mind,
you gotta pay all your people.
yeah, but now you got to pay all the crew. And like you said, crews used to be up to like 10 people, but still 5 people still a lot. Um,
Mhm.
your crew, if you don't take care of them financially, let's just keep it 100. They're gonna be jealous whether you take care of them or don't take care of them, but they're gonna be
Yeah,
mad because they're like, you got it, and you gotta buy everybody whatever you getting. You gotta get the crew. They gotta eat because these your friends and this and the third. It's like, bro, like you gotta know, and this is my thing. You gotta realize who your real ones is and who ain't.
exactly, man.
Yeah,
Like
you
I don't
need.
know if anybody has seen that new what's his name Joyner Lucas song where he's talking about he's talking about success, but like his friend is congratulating him on his success, but then on the opposite end, his friend is pretty much saying like, like you pretty much you should give it to me. Like I'm kind of the reason that you're in this position you're in. Like, it's a pretty nice song. Like Jordan Lucas.
It's where he was sitting at the table and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw that Gene.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
saw that Gene. It was. I think it was trending like in the 20s on YouTube. You had no choice but to click on it.
yeah. Like
It's like,
he's a good perspective artist anyway. But
I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't because it wasn't even his face on the thumbnail. Was a dude that he was.
yeah,
Yeah, which that dude. Fun fact, he played in Power, so I knew
yeah.
who he was. And I'm like, bro, like, okay, I get it. It's got to be a good song. And it got to the point where, like, obviously I'm uploading to YouTube consistently, and I'm clicking on stuff, and I'm like, fine, I'll watch it. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh shit, But Jonah Lucas don't really disappoint though. He got some bang.
No,
He really
no,
got. He's lyrical.
you know what I'm saying? But that can kind of tie into like how some of these situations are. With
Yeah,
these artists.
most definitely. Let me touch the chat real quick. Let's see. Big Money Sonny says, salutes. What's happening, everyone? Read that one. Manny with the kicks, read that one. I think No Hype is finally made it to the crib. Says, sup, family, with the salute.
Yo,
Salutes to Manny. Salutes to Big Money Sonny. Manny with the kicks says, any cop this weekend, 85. I got them tens on the Wayski. So he got some tens on the way. Um, I didn't cop anything this weekend sneaker wise. Um, Honestly, man, this month y'all saw my top anticipated sneakers. Feel like it's about to be another quiet month. Personally, I'm not mad at it because I'm trying to make sure I get right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get right for those 2 drops that's coming over the holidays. Um, which I think in theory should be an easy cop. And those are the 8 playoff 8s, and of course the those cherry 12s, if that's still a thing. Um Slayer says, I like them Terminator lows. I might try to cop. Okay, cool. So we talking a little bit of sneaker stuff, but we're gonna get back on this Mozzy joint and the record label in general. Um Honestly, these deals though, they're not what they are cracked up to be, but at the same time, people keep saying like, why not? Well, if they know the deals, we've seen enough examples of not to sign. But if you don't have any capital to really get yourself out there like that, you know what I mean? That's what the point of the label do. They can help you go globally, so to speak. if you
Exactly.
do if you got the hit. But of course they're gonna take care of themselves in the process. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, that's just how the game goes. So I mean, it's a gift and a curse. Uh, no pun intended. Salutes to Jay Z. But I'm gonna read the rest of this article real quick. It says Mozzy and his team haven't yet announced the rapper's release, but this is kind of an old article. I just want to catch up on it. The conviction stemmed from an incident last January when officers pulled him over in California on a traffic stop. So yeah, Cali don't play with the guns. You can have one in your home, but I don't think you're not allowed to. I don't think they do the concealed carry or open carry. Like in the state I am, you got open carry where you don't. Once you buy the gun, you can have it. You can have it on you in plain sight. But if you actually want to conceal it, you got to get your concealed permit and you got to keep it up to date. It's a money thing.
Hmm.
Um, Responding officers claim they caught a whiff of burnt marijuana. How ironic! And proceeding to search the car. I mean, it's Cali. What you expect,
But
bro?
you can. It's like legal in Cali. They can't do it. They can't really take him in for
Nah, they can't.
suspicion.
Yeah, they'll. It's just like here, they can't do it. If they smell it, like,
Yeah,
oh
they can't take
well.
him in for suspicion. You know, like
Yeah. All they can do is try to see if you're under the influence, but if you really have no signs, like I'm gonna say this, there's somebody people can blow your high for real. So I'm pretty sure at that point,
mhm.
if he was high, that just killed it. So he already pretty much sober if he ain't been drinking with it. Says, and they proceeded to search the car. I don't think that should be fair, but I guess the law, most states, they have it where if they see that there's probable cause, then they're going to search this car. And I guess like the burnt
Well, here's
marijuana.
well that and on top of him already being a previous felon. You know,
Yeah.
it's already a probable cause right there.
See, that's that BS, but I get what you're saying. Because I was going to say, like, just because the car smell like marijuana, I don't think that's enough. But I mean, apparently, like you said, then they probably said felon, this motherfucker out, and ain't no telling what time it is, right? You
Hmm.
know, if you and let's keep it 100. Rappers, most rappers, business hours from, and I'm talking when they do music. Little unknown fact, don't know if it's true or not, but most of them allegedly their work hours are from 10 p.m. to about 4 a.m. So you can pretty much catch them out and about at some
Well, if
point.
a felon gets pulled over, they can search the car regardless.
Oh wow,
Yeah, like so, like he's not really. You don't have a really a yes or no in it. If you're out on parole and you get pulled over, they can search the car with it without your consent anyway.
wow, that's I didn't know that. Responding officers claim they caught a whiff of burnt marijuana and proceeded to search the car. They discovered a Glock 26, 16 rounds of 9 millimeter ammunition, and a quote unquote personal use amount of marijuana.
Okay, yeah. So
So yeah, that's another thing here too. Like they said, if you do get pulled over for XYZ and they see it and they search it, if you got like but see, what's the personal use amount? And I'm pretty sure that varies from state to state. But I mean, like I know of, right? Family members and or just in general, the way these rappers talk about it, and someone really be about it where like you can say like Snoop, I'm pretty sure he has like he goes through a large amount.
and I guarantee you that that the weed amount was probably way more. They probably said I can get away with the weed, but I can't get away with the gun. you know,
Yeah, yeah, where they
you
talking to yeah, they talking you know how it is, hey man. If you know it was good till we found this gun, man. I have to do my job. You know what I mean?
exactly. So like I'm sure it was way more weed than that, but
Yeah.
they probably just like I said, I can work with you on the weed, but I can't let the gun go.
Mozzy was booked and released after posting $35,000 bail. So that means if he had to pay 10%, what 3,500?
He was what he was on in there for 350K.
Nah, 35,000 bail. Like that's 35,000. So I'm assuming the bail was 35K and he only had to pay 3,500.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
highly doubt they hit him with a 350,000. That's murder bail. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah. True. You're
where
right.
yeah, that's murder
Yeah.
bail. He ain't on
Oh
that.
yeah. He probably had the 3,500 in his pocket. He was probably like, "Hey, just call somebody up here." But do they let you do that? Like if if your stuff's in possession, and if you like say if you have the cash in your
that's
pocket,
what you gotta do to. And I talked about this with a family member as well.
but
I was
do they
like,
let them get your cash? Can you release your stuff to them? And
no,
then
I think they confiscate it. They take all your stuff on you, you know what I mean, and your ID and everything, because you're gonna
yeah,
be locked up. So, from what I was told, they take all that. So even if you got the money, um, you got to either call a Bell's bondsman, which they have numbers and stuff which you can call or whatever,
oh,
or you can call like a family member and say like, "Hey, there no guy. Hey, come and bail me out. I got you as soon as I get out. I got it on me. This and the third." I don't think they let you just It's you bailing yourself out, but you got to call somebody else to come do it for you.
yeah, true.
So
That makes
basically,
sense.
just like say like I got like pulled over, I got a bail that night. They won't let me just pay it. And if you get a bail's bondsman, he's gonna want a bigger cut to bail himself out.
Yeah, but I like what it's funny though when I hear like when they like get arrested and they like, I'll be on tonight, I'll be on tomorrow, you know.
I remember Young Thug was like, when he got arrested, he was like, "I'm gonna be out of here before you even get off."
Oh, hell nah.
Yeah. Which
Damn, that's pretty big. That's
that
pretty
time,
big shit. Damn. He said,
that
"Oh,
time
yeah, before
he
you even
what
get
he
off."
did, yeah. By that time
Oh
he
man.
did post bail, but when they got him for that big one, when they came and got him at the crib, that was a different ball game. But yeah, he was still in the peak. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be out of this joint before you even get off," you know.
Yeah.
And he was, and then he posted right back on social media. He's like out faster than the officers got off. You know,
Hell
they still got to go back to work. You know,
no.
damn, yeah, and that's crazy what Thug is going through. We got to do an updated live on that one as well, man. See
Yeah,
where
man.
it's at, but
Yeah, I
really,
haven't checked on him in a while. How's his dick? Yeah,
I
how's his kids
think
doing?
I think they're still looking for jurors.
Still?
Yeah, like none of them has really been able to be in a, I guess not cooperative, but a successful one where they know like the prosecutors can get away. Like these
Yeah.
guys, I mean, if it's true, any truth to what they've been saying about Thug, he really takes care of ATL.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Yeah, he does. I said before too. Like I say, when you come from that environment, the same people you're trying. He's not. His people aren't going to burn him, especially when that's where he comes from, and he's giving back to those same people. You know,
yeah,
like he's still there with them. Like like he hasn't left Atlanta. He's still there with them. You think that they're really gonna like like bite the hand that feeds them? Pretty much, Like
exactly,
he's taking care of his people. He's taking care of those people. Why are they gonna turn their back on him? He never turned their back on.
exactly,
So nah,
exactly.
exactly. This is gonna be a hard one. You actually the city of Atlanta to go against an Atlanta hometown hero. You know
Facts, facts.
these people. Nah, come on, man. Nah. And if they don't know him, they know somebody that knows him.
Yeah, but rumors is that's why they're having such a hard time. Um, they're trying hard time getting the juror. So
That's literally at this point like that's like trying to put the city of Atlanta up against Gucci Man. That's literally like what they're doing right now. Like Doug is
yeah.
considered like Gucci Man at this point to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's untouchable. Like you don't do that. Like
Yeah, and then they were the last really like, and I'm talking about from Atlanta. Like I know, like rumors is like a lot of artists do live in Atlanta, but they're not from there. Like I
yeah,
know
exactly. Like
Boosie live in Atlanta, but he's not from there. Rick Ross live in ATL, but he's not from there. So you know what I mean? It's a different type of love. You know what I mean? Like they're big artists in their respective like areas, but like Ross reps Florida, but apparently he was born in Mississippi. Go figure. Um, Boosie, he represents Louisiana, so they live in Atlanta though. A lot of artists live in Atlanta. Even some like I know Daz, he lives in there from like Daz and Corrupt. He lives in ATL. A lot of these rappers live in ATL.
really, Daz losing ATL.
Yeah, he moved to the
Oh,
ATL. I think Trippy Red stayed down there for a minute. A lot of them just moved there because of that. You get a lot of more bang for your buck. Cost
yeah.
of living there compared to like Cali is cheaper, but you can get damn near the same thing. You
I
know,
mean, work. I mean, honestly, yeah, because you got to think a lot of those producers now are based out of Atlanta. That's where a lot of the good beats and stuff are coming from. So it's good to just be close to that sound. So you're either gonna be like you say, yeah, either in like we said earlier, California, Atlanta, Florida, or New York.
If you think about it, that's sort of main places where the artists come out now. New York, Cali, ATL. We get a few. Florida, I feel like haven't had a big drop in a minute. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Like a big artist pop off. Um, Texas got their own. I feel like they're just in their own lane. But we got
Yeah,
whether you want to like her or not, Meg Thee Stallion represents Texas. She was big coming out of there. Um,
Travis.
Travis, of course. I be like he looks like he's so much Californian style. I be forgetting he reps Texas.
Yeah, Houston.
That's
Yeah,
yeah.
Houston. Exactly. Yeah, you got a lot of people that's like come out of Texas. That's
We just got a new subscriber in the building. Chung Kicks 84 just subscribe. Appreciate that, homie. Smash that
oh
like button too. Appreciate that. Most definitely. But yeah, a lot of people, like you were saying, coming out of Texas that, but Texas is so big, I feel like it's kind of the areas that are one thing about going further south, everything's not necessarily always so close together. It seems like everything's spread out, which is a gift and a curse. But yeah, a lot of artists coming from the ATL. And it's kind of funny. I think Yo Gotti, actually, I think he got a home in ATL, and but he's in Cali primarily now. You know what I mean? Different, different ball game. Let me touch the rest of this article real quick with Mozzy. Mozzy made sure to leave his fans with plenty of music while he was away. He dropped his seventh studio album, which I didn't even know he had that many albums. Survivor's Guilt a week after his arrest via Yo Gotti's CMG imprint. The album featured guest verses from Roddy Ricch, Shorty, as well as fellow CMG labels mate ESTG, Black Youngster, and Moneybag Yo. Even Black Youngster had a slight run, nothing on the level of like Moneybag Yo and ESTG, but he had his run too.
yeah.
I'll give him his credit where credit is due.
Hmm.
Um, I see the Cali bred rapper then followed up with his Collect Cows EP last month, which included appearances from YFN and Lucci, which is also locked up under that whole situation with Thug and them too. In which him and Young Thug was actually kind of beefing, kind of funny. To kind of tie that into this. Sally Rue, which apparently that's the guy that's with him that recently coming up on his new arrest, which we're about to touch on here in just another minute or two. But apparently he was there with him at the shooting that happened at the after party. Apparently there's somebody named Mozzy and Baby Money. Mozzy also contributed his pen to DJ Drama's I'm Really Like That appearances on the tape seventh track. Been a while. So that's kind of like DJ Drama does what DJ Khaled does. Whoever did it first, it really debates. But I feel like DJ Drama may do the same thing that Khaled does, but at least DJ Drama seems to stay more low profile with his. That's all I'm gonna say with that.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Needless to say, Mozzy career has started to pick up considerably steam since signing to Yo Gotti CMG back in February, which the 35-year-old called long overdue, overdue out the gate. He said during the label's 2022 press conference in Los Angeles, Big Dog been tapping in with me. I'm talking about even before N-word career even popped. We had conversations. He had told me there was a seat at the table. I had to get my life right, tie up a table of loose ends. I tied them MFers up, and we here now. So, yeah, I guess he had to clean up some things, and then,
You
yeah,
told him, well, yeah, we got your spot. We just waiting on you, pretty much.
we waiting on you. The bread already there. We just waiting on you, so to speak.
Pretty much, how bad do you want it?
Yeah,
It didn't
basically.
really mean that much to you. Like, get this shit right.
I know, right? Hey, yeah, clean up this, that, and the third, because I don't want to be affiliated with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's whenever you're ready, But now I want to touch on what that was just kind of his most recent thing. We just did a little history of Mozzy. Now I want to talk about the most recent thing that apparently that happened Sundays, but this reported on the second. But I believe the first was what? Yeah, it had to be the first was what? Saturday actually. So this action actually it apparently happened on Sunday, but it recently got reported like yesterday. So what? Sunday was the second. Yeah. So pretty much TMZ was already on it. Was trying to say. So it says seven shot at after party post concert cops detain him and bust pow. So I'm guessing whoever that was with him, which I think it was the one dude I was telling you about. So rapper Mozzy, this is whenever I think he's already been let out. He says a shindig Mozzy attended this weekend nearly turned deadly after a shooting went down, which the authorities seem to think one of his crew members has something to do with. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ the West Coast rapper was stopped by police in Wichita, Kansas, Saturday night after gunfire.
See, that's another thing, man. Like, what the fuck is this dude? This dude's from Oakland. What the hell is he doing all the way in Kansas?
He doing it. He working. He working.
Man, come on, man. He already knew that that's not gonna go good for him.
I mean, but you got to go get your money where you got to get it from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but certain places, man, you just gotta understand, like, that you don't belong there. You know, like, come on, man. You know, like,
I
he
mean,
know he had no business in no fucking Wichita, Kansas.
yeah, but you know, like he probably thinking like, man, I owe the label this, and this.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. Yeah, he
I'm
still,
not. You know, I like to play
he
devil's
still gotta go
advocate.
get his money, and he, you know. But like I said, some things just sound too good to be true. You know.
Yeah, it's one of those. That's a true saying. I'll give you that one. Where if it sounds a little too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, it usually is.
Mhm.
So that's just something we got to take in a grain of salt. Where did I leave off? That was funny. Let's see. Saturday night after gunfire erupted in a venue called City Nights. I definitely need to look up what that is, which is where told Mozzy hit up for a after party following a performance he did at a neighboring club. So, okay, so he got off work and went to the club then. So, all right, I take it back. He wasn't working. He went to this club to kind of relax after the show. But I mean, like, bro, like after you get through doing a show, when you
Pack it
make
up, head back to Cali, man.
yeah, that's the thing. Well, we can think of what we can think of the movie Life whenever they went and got what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly. They should have packed it up and went straight back to where they came from. But no,
Yeah,
they had to stop.
and it
Get
bit
into
him in
some
the ass.
business they didn't have nothing, no shit getting into.
Yeah, bit him in the ass. So I just Googled this and put this up on the screen. I had to Google City Nights Old Town is the exact name of the club. Got a 3.7 out of 5 rating on Google. So apparently this is like it looks just like a regular ass like nightclub. I'm gonna click on the image right here.
It's that's pretty high, and then like I say, considering it's booking major label artists, so you
Nah,
got
but see, this is the thing. This isn't the event that he was. This is the after party spot he went to.
what I'm saying. He's getting booked for after parties, is what I'm saying, at these kind of spots.
Was he booked for this, or was this just like, hey, I'm through working, I'm about to go party up real quick?
Follow some chicks who told me to come to this spot, pretty much, you know.
Yeah,
Because
get him in the ass.
that's
Yeah,
the only thing that could get him to go to some shit that he probably wasn't getting paid for, you know.
yeah. Looks like they do something like yeah. I don't think this. Yeah, this isn't where he performed. They got like a little DJ. So he probably could have, but this ain't. This is where he went to just go chislax. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. So yeah, that's where he went, Wichita, Kansas. Which we're told Mozzy hit up an after party following a performance he did at nightclub. I'm just curious if he got paid for it. I think this is the video right here. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna play it on no audio because y'all know how TMZ will. So this is pretty much just a video of him pretty much getting detained. Looked like he wasn't giving the cops any problems, but I don't see why they have him walking backwards in handcuffs, getting him up off the ground. Very curious why he's on the ground. I hate when they do that. Like, hey, get on the ground, this and a third. So I'm assuming it's safe to say, and I'm hoping they didn't find a gun.
Well, I'm sure Mozzy probably in this situation. I don't know what to say, because if Mozzy was armed or if he wasn't armed, I'm sure he probably was. You know,
Well, they didn't report that, so I'm assuming he didn't. But they're showing, like, I guess the fight that broke out. Think about it: 7 people shot, man. So somebody had that thing blasting on him. I'm just curious who it was. Looks like Mozzy was by himself. Again, I don't know, but it looks like he was by.
he said they suspect that it was one of his crew members. You know,
Yeah, so he
so
wasn't fully.
had to be, you know. whoever, somebody with that, that thing on it with that switch on it.
Yeah, true. Says TMZ has obtained footage of Mozzy being placed in handcuffs and lead away. Steaming from a traffic stop, police initiated an immediate aftermath of the incident. Wow. So apparently it was started with a traffic stop. Bullshit. Um, come on, man. They knew it was them to begin with. Then that's just what they saying,
Exactly.
in my opinion, allegedly. As our sources tell us, cops were telling the vet as many people as possible in the area. While it looks like he's been hauled off to jail, we've been assured Mozzy was only briefly detained here. Says we're told Mozzy was cut loose and isn't facing any charges in relation to the shooting. Cool. So
Exactly, man.
yeah, and this is like I guess a TikTok video. Mozzy and his team gets arrested. So okay, cool. It just wasn't him. The whole team got arrested, but I don't think everybody got out there. So it looks like whoever this guy is walking backwards that's with them, he's security and he has guns definitely invested on him. So Mozzy moving different now. He got security with him from what it looks like.
Well, like I say, once again, when you go to a place where you know nothing about, then yeah,
Yeah, so it looks like he got his security, and then whoever the other person that's with Mozzy, I don't think he got released because Mozzy was the third person to come out of the car after the security. Wow, they had these dudes pretty much come out the vehicle, put their hands up, put them behind their head, and then make them walk backwards, bro. Hell no, I
treat them
that's
like some street criminals, you know.
yeah, holy shit, bro. That's some fuck. That ain't no regular.
Just for them to be let out before, like, as in Young Thug's words, just to be let out before they even got off.
I don't think everybody came home though, but I'm gonna see real quick. I'm gonna read through the rest
Hey,
of it.
hey, the main man got out. That's all that mattered. He said, "Don't worry, I'll get you out."
Yeah, true. The same can't be said for a buddy of his. That's what I thought. How the irony, right? The same that said for a buddy of his. However, who was rolling in the same vehicle? Okay, so they was all together. It's unclear which crew member, which I think we do have it on another article. I'm going to read it real quick. Member of Mozzy end up getting taken into jail, but we're told one of them was in fact arrested in connection to the shooting. I'm surprised he's not guilty by association then, but something that's hit or miss depending on how the states and how everybody look at it. Unclear what charge he was booked on, but our sources say Wichita Police Department has a reason to believe he may be a suspect. Interesting. But I mean, they asked Mozzy some questions. Apparently, he said he didn't know nothing. But apparently, they think this guy knows something. Then says worth noting the investigation is the primary state in the primary stages, which is the beginning stages. Other members in Mozzy's entourage were also detained, but nobody else was arrested besides this one guy.
Yeah, they clearly let you know. Well, you got to think about this. Mozzy got his security, but Mozzy also has his shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like his guy that the security doing his job, but
yeah,
this guy, this is my right hand. Like like he's gonna handle the job. He's gonna make sure that he gonna make sure that I stay alive so we can all get paid.
Yeah, exactly. You like truth be told, and you can put this in any situation. The big dog, the one who's really taking care of you, so to speak, you got to make sure that you got to, what's the saying? Protect the money.
Exactly.
If Mozzy's the bigger artist,
Exactly.
he's got whatever it is. You have to no disrespect anybody, and this is probably not the wrong way, but you kind of have to take the charge, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because that security is gonna look out for the best interest of the general public while making sure that the other people are safe. But we gonna look out for us, make sure that we safe.
Exactly, and that's what people be missing the point. Sometimes you got to know your position in the game, like in your where you at. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand what your role is. Like, okay, my job is this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what it is. You know what I mean? Like you have to be like, all right, cool. He the big fish. This is my thing. Go ahead and think about it. If the big fish get, like, we've seen it time and time again. If the big fish had to do time, you're gonna struggle anyway.
Oh yeah.
Unless you just got it like that where you could take off and you know what I mean, you good. But think about it. If you've been eating off this person for quite some time, then what you expecting? Let me read this chat real quick, or the comment section real quick, and then I'm gonna play the rest of this video because it was apparently some chaos that happened at the club in general. So I'm very curious what
Oh,
even started this ish. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Um, let's see. Let me see where we at. Let me read this real quick. It says Big Money will hunt it. Let's see. Let me hit this. Let's see. Let me see where we at. Let's see. I
Yeah, I'll be
think
back. All right.
cool,
Use
cool.
the restroom while you doing that.
Cool. I'm just gonna read through the chat real quick. It says no hype says nah, no cops. I think the last cop was elephant print lows, which go stupid and have wore them daily since they landed. Okay, that's what's up. Big Money Sonny says y'all gonna be mad at me. I haven't rocked sneakers since May 2nd. I've been rocking flip flops since my trip to Maui. No slides, just flip flops. Got the old school joints on, man. You could at least went with the slides. I would have gave you a pass, Big Money. But it is what it is. Be comfortable, homie. Let's see. No hype said super unrelated. Manny, I need some tens. Congrats on the cop. Manny says good looks, fam. No hype says them Terminator lows ain't bad. Big Money, I feel it from No hype. Says I've been about that low life, no highs from me. Damn hot. Okay, got you. Some people just in the lows. I like a mixture of both, to be honest. I'm just very selective when it comes to sneakers, but yeah, a little off mode, but it is what it is because y'all know I do the sneaker stuff as well, so I ain't really tripping on it. No hype says something light. Got the skull faces. Rodris Weldy. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, my bad. Dog says pretty sure most of CMG is in ATL. I'm almost actually. I think Moneybag Yo has recently moved to Miami, but I think he probably still go back and forth to ATL. I think his girl is in ATL, so I think in some way he gonna have a connection there anyway. And of course, he represents Memphis. We got Chung's Kicks 84 says, "What's up? No hype. What up? Big Money. No hype says Chungy was goody. Got Chung Kick says, "What's up, Manny?" Roger says, "Gotta get on that Big X the plug." Two out of Texas. Okay, I'm guessing that's somebody we got to check out musically. Let's see. Got Manny with the kick says salutes to Chung's. What's cracking? Chung's kick salute. Some strawberry shortcake. Kushki. Okay, that's what's up. You on that gas, Manny?
Hmm.
Fire from Manny with no hype says runts be slapping. No, I agree. I be having those often.
It's all right.
They work for me. I mean, they
Yeah.
honestly, it's one of those. Once you get used to it, though, it is what it is.
Yeah. And that I feel like this is off topic, obviously, but I feel like it's that whole cookies era. We went through the whole cookies era. Oh, and then we went through the runts. So it's all good. Like I still
Yeah,
wish we could go back to the OG, perp phase. But
yeah, yeah. I can see that. I can see that why like people want to like do that. Like it's like the trend, so to speak, right now. So I get it. Let's see. Chunk says, "What's up? No hype. You were everywhere, homie. Oh yeah, okay, you everywhere, homie. No hype says, did YNW Melly get life? No, the trial is on a break this week, and it will follow back up next week. They're still going through it. The prosecution got to question the not prosecution, but I think Melly's team has to cross-examine the last persons they had up, which I think was that cop. That saying pretty much there's no other scenario that points at where it couldn't have been him. So, but I will say this: I've been watching the trial pretty much on and off every single day that they put it out there, and I will say this: I still don't see I still haven't seen where they put like. It's still too many holes in that story to really give him. I see what Dunk said about Melly, where he gonna get some. He ain't finna. I don't think at this point. I don't think they got enough evidence to really give him the chair. But like I said it's something else he probably gonna get booked on. But I mean, I just don't see what because they still haven't found no gun and the bullet case.
where's Bort in all this?
He also just recently tried to go up for. He's on house arrest, right? But
You're not locked up?
no, he's not locked up. He's been granted house arrest, and that was like a few months ago. He was locked up, but they granted him house arrest. Now I ain't gonna say complaining, but he tried to go up for the same judge that Melly has to see pretty much every day he goes to court. Pretty much he tried to get his bail um where he could change his work hours, but the judge denied it because I guess after a certain time he's not allowed out. Like, and I think it's like 10 p.m. But he wants the worker hours from 10 p.m. to like 4 a.m. But
Fuck no.
yeah, that's the judge basically said that nicely. And pretty much if I was Bortland, all honesty, bro,
How
you're
he get out? I want to know how he got out.
well, they're not saying he gonna have his own trouble as well. But I'm telling you right now, if anybody betting on somebody beating the case right now, it's him. Because
Yeah.
think about it. If Melly's convicted, you know you have no hope. And at that point, there's still, I'm pretty sure he's been offered certain deals to kind of testify against Melly. Apparently, he's not taking them. And like I said, just like the way that they've been trying to point it, like the bullets couldn't have come from any other angle.
Hmm.
I still think there's reasonable doubt because y'all still don't have the proof. If the guy's saying he didn't do it, which don't mean he didn't do it, but I mean if y'all don't have stuff that's like, if it's too many holes in the story, I'm sorry, this case got to get dismissed in my opinion. Condolences to the family members, because it's my thing too. If you do, if all that stuff is true, say Melly beat the case. If you if you people are really like what they're saying all about him, he'll trip up and get himself right back in the same boat.
Yeah.
You know, reality, and I hope not. But I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? But again, I just don't see the stuff that they wanted to be him so bad. And then Portland pretty much just saying he drove around. But see, I'm surprised they're not treating him as an accomplished, but they're trying him separately. It's kind of weird to me too why they're not being tried together. You know, because you can think of the XX Tentacion case; those guys got trial together. The three guys, it was four technically, but the one guy he went on and just pretty much.
Well, that was. Well, I don't know. Yeah, this was kind of weird too because I say there was really no real motive behind to try all four of those guys individually. You know, when it was all
Yeah,
a collective thing. You know.
yeah,
Uh, I guess maybe with Portland and then with Melly, they both got their own different reasons,
exactly, exactly.
So that's why they want to try them different.
Yeah,
And with all four of the guys, it was a clear case. What happened? It was no way that neither one of them could tell any different story than what happened. When they
yeah.
had the story from when they walked in the store up until the moment they robbed and killed Jose.
Man, they should have went on. To be honest, bro, that's one of those. To be honest, they got you on video, bro. They got all the proof.
Yeah,
Your
it's a
attorney,
Friday. They got you on camera stealing boxes.
yeah. And this is my thing with it. I know for a fact my attorney, and I don't have one no particular attorney, but whoever I hired, I'm almost positive, right? They told you like, hey man, let's go ahead and plead guilty and see if you can get a somewhat lesser sentence. Like you not coming out, you getting double digits, bro. You know what I mean? And that guy who didn't do anything but is accomplished and he like agreed, he made the job so much easier for them. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
almost positive is he isn't home. He will probably be home in the next couple of months.
Hmm.
I'm almost positive. Remember, they just went on and gave him time served, and I think he had to do like X amount of years, which he's getting time served, so he only had months left anyway. And good behavior, which let's safe to
Sure,
say,
he's on good behavior.
I'm about to say, yeah, I'm no betting man, but safe to say he's definitely on his best behavior. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. So yeah, now Melly and Borton look like they riding it out. I gotta give it to him though, as far as like the no talking too much type of situation. I gotta give it to him. Whatever the outcome is, I gotta give it to him for holding it down.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
gotta give it that's about all I can give him though.
yeah,
I
that's
will.
unfortunate for Casanova. Damn.
Woo, 15. Whew.
Sheesh, man. Like,
Well,
I don't even know the full details on his case.
apparently we'll touch on it, but apparently he was like the ringleader and organizer,
Like
kind of like a
Black
thug
Gorilla, something
situation.
like that, right?
Yeah,
Gorilla Stone,
the
something
Gorilla
like that.
Stone joint. Yeah, we got to touch on that. We probably do that like next Monday or something like that. But yeah, he went on and pled guilty and called it a day. Um, I'm assuming if he's on a federal joint, I think he's gonna have to do 85% of the time, so he's gonna do a strong 10. Um,
You should rest in peace, Cass.
don't say that, man. But
To his career.
yeah, I mean, it was nice, but it wasn't nice.
I
You
mean,
know what I mean?
he gonna come out one of those, talking that brother stuff, you know.
I don't know, man, but I hated for Casanova, man, and he didn't have. He was one of those two where I don't think he had the bag to even get the, which I don't think they granted him bail.
That's
And
what
he
I'm
was,
saying. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
He didn't have the money to even fight that case.
yeah, he didn't have the money to fight the case to keep it 100. I mean, not saying he was broke, but I mean that federal.
I mean, he was
I'm
rich.
assuming,
He was richer than obviously than the average, average guy walking the streets. His broke and our broke are two different things.
yeah,
But when it comes to fighting a federal case, he was
yeah, he ain't got it.
he probably could have appealed twice before he was tapped.
Yeah, exactly. And that's because Fed, I'm assuming, costs way more
So
than
I'm saying,
state.
yeah. So he could probably appeal maybe once or twice before he was tapped. So
Yeah,
he couldn't even try to fight it. Just go ahead and plead guilty and eat that time up. We'll see you in 7 to 8.
yeah, I know. Hopefully, if everything goes well, he'd be out in 8, man. Hopefully, if everything goes right.
Yeah.
Let's
Hopefully, if everything goes well, he'll be out in 7.
Yeah, if everything goes right, yeah. Let me hit the chat. Manny, no hype says, Chungy, yeah, with all the OGs. Chungy says, what up, Jeremy? What's up? What up? What up? Welcome. Appreciate you for subbing up, homie. Most definitely appreciate that. Um, yeah, if you're lucky, Cass, 7 years. That's the best you can hope for right now, unless some stuff change, which it could be. Um, let's see. No hype says Manny Yee. I'm actually not a fan of runts, but it's cheap and I'm a baller on a budget right now. Hey, respectively, I respect that.
Yep.
I think safe to say we all are a little bit, myself
Oh yeah.
included. Yeah, myself included. Manny with a kick says, that's what it is, my guy. That's a must in the sneaker game. And White Runts Fuego says, I wanted to try the you know what powder by Cookies. I see that. Who isn't that a collab with somebody though? I know Cookies and somebody else, but I don't know. I think that's a collab. Because he's Burner's been kind of doing collabs with people. Um, I want to say it's like Erica Badu, but don't quote me. No hype says that's sounds stupid. Fire man says facts 85 and Burner doing his thing at Cookies. See, most definitely. Guess who's over Cookies, by the way? Um, I think I don't know. I gotta see if we even got some out here for real. I ain't even really been looking heavy. No hype.
So how is it getting? So say I don't know how you guys getting cookies if cookies can't even travel state lines.
Nah, he comes and they'll get it in or help it like grow. You know what I'm saying? Like and where it's legal at.
Oh, so he comes in with probably does his recipes over at these dispensaries. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah, that's how they do it. Cause think about it, we got stuff that y'all like. We got the Tyson joint. It's over here, so they come in and probably got a deal and they get a percentage off the sales. I will say when it's those collab brands though, it's about $20-$30 more.
Oh yeah, that's top shelf.
Yeah, that's the top shelf joint. So what say normally you used to paying 45, now it's 65.
Yeah, and that's for try 75 for an eighth.
Yeah. In fact, when I tried the cookies joint that Big Money recommended, it was up there like 70 something. So
70 for like an eighth, right? Some shit like that. What was it, like pancake or
nah,
birthday cake?
nah, it was the y'all told me about the dab joint.
Oh, you got some cookies, some of that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I will say this though. Another planet. I wouldn't dare do it before the live. I'll be on that. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was to do that before the live, I honestly would think I'm talking to you guys and probably wouldn't even be saying anything. It's like I will say this: whatever pain you're in, it's gone for the next few hours. Like obviously I do my thing now. It's like it's been about 45 minutes to an hour. I'm straight, but that minute if you don't start coming down until after the 3-hour mark. Here, you're not coming down off of nothing. You're not even gonna be able to tell it's coming off you until like 3 hours. You're like, oh, I think I'm good.
Now you just snap back into it, like, oh,
yeah, yeah. You just snap. You don't even like me. I can tell, all right, cool, I'm fading down or whatever. I'm good, but that one is like you it takes you all the way up there immediately, and you hang out there for 3 hours, and then they just drop you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, man,
It just comes with time, just
that was my
repetition.
first
Do it
time
over,
too, you know.
Yeah, just eventually you'll get control of it.
Yeah, that's like anything. The more you do something, obviously it is. Um, Manny says the streets gets anything nowadays. I try to stay away from a lot of the street performances, man.
Yeah, as in what did Dave Chappelle say on Have Big? I try to stay away from the Jamaicans. I don't even know what that shit is.
Yeah, he said, yeah, he did. He said, yo, I try to stay away from. I don't know if it's like even if it is half the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, some people you just got to know, like, all right, cool.
So he's at the Jamaicans at Central Park or something like that.
Yeah, and then the only other plug I know for real, like, it's like inconvenient. You know what I mean? Like, you hit them, they don't hit you to like next day. Like, oh, you still need that? Like, yeah, but it's like I would have been nice to have it like yesterday. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't even. It's like they don't even want the hustle, man. But yeah, let me get back to the rest of this. The rest of this real quick about Mozzy. We're gonna be on a joint for like another few minutes or so, real quick. So I think this is some more chaos at the club. I'm gonna play this, but I'm gonna read it. So this is like the TMZ video. I guess this is where they were actually fighting, but I'm assuming shots had to break off. So I'm assuming what happened is somebody was probably getting the best of somebody, and like, you know what? Cool, I'm gonna handle this, because there's some people that just literally flat out just don't fight in general. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially the younger generation now, man. It's kind of like they just want to like literally, hey, cool, we'll just shoot it out. You know, where me and Dunks, I'll speak for us. We were taught, hey, just fight it out, and y'all be cool within like a week or two, or y'all agree not to be cool. But yeah, we fought it.
I've seen it happen where two guys got
Yep.
into it, and they said right there at the fight, they say, "All right, now after this, we're gonna be cool."
Yeah, I think I was there. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
and
sure I
then
was there. It was
after
weird.
that, I didn't hear them not even as to call each other other than their government names after that.
It's kind of weird, but I guess you just gotta test the person.
I mean, after that tension built up so fast, build up so much, but then you put it to where you guys gonna leave it on, on respectable terms. It's kind of, it's kind of one of those deals you got to take, like we just gonna go ahead and let this get whatever it is we got between us, go ahead and get it out. So after this, it's no more. We got an understanding of each other,
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but it's weird at the same time too. It's like, okay, y'all ready to fight like that, but apparently it's like it ain't that serious, but we got to get this out the way.
Yeah, exactly. Because now we can go in and say, like, we put this behind us, and that's what it is. Now we know we got an understanding of each other.
You don't get that. You don't get that chance nowadays.
Nah.
But back in the day, that's how. Like Dunks is right, man. It's like literally, I know exactly what you're talking about. In fact, we can think of another scenario where it happened with the females too, where it's like they was literally cool when they came back to school. And you better not bring it up. So it's kind of weird.
Females anyway, for the most part,
Yeah, they was like best friends after that shit. It's like,
oh yeah, like what are you just like kicking her in the face like yesterday?
Yeah, it was freaking weird. Let me read the rest of this article, then we're gonna close things out for the night. It says new footage is circulating online showing not only the moment Mozzy and Co, which I'm assuming the people he was with, were stopped and ordered out of the car, which our sources tell us happened after bullets started flying, but of the actual shooting itself, and it's quite a like chaotic scene. Says you see a few people involved in some kind of scuffle, which starts to split out even further and rope and more folks. Eventually, all hell broke loose and loud bangers sound off. So apparently, they got into it, and then people started shooting, which is very weird. I think this is a video of where the shots were fired. Again, I'm going to play it on mute just to see what it is real quick. So look like Mozzy in here having a good time. He getting lit. I guess why is he sweating like that? I'm assuming it's really hot in there. He's really, really sweaty.
Not to say, but when you have a large amount of a certain group of people, I'm sure.
Oh wow, they showing the people's like on the ground and shit. Wow. But yeah, when you have a certain amount of people, it's already finna get extremely hot. And if you're under the influence, your temperature already goes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you already hot anyway. You know what I
I'm
mean?
sure he's mixing substances.
Oh, freak yeah, yeah. I'm
So,
almost positive. Yeah, yeah. That's a gimme, bro. Says there was even more video we've gotten our hands on, and it shows the extent of the bloodshed. Literally, you can see the blood spilled on the floor as people rush for the exits. In terms of industry, our law enforcement sources say a handful of people were hurt. We're told 7 were shot, ranging from the age of 22 to 34, and their conditions varied from minor bullet grazes to full-on gunshot wounds, and some are in critical condition. We reached out to Mozzy's team. So far, no word. Of course, they're not finna hit y'all back. Come on, bro.
yeah, look at it. They all the way back. They're all the way back in Cali now, man.
Yeah, they're back in
They probably
Cali.
said, "Fuck Kansas, man. We never going back to Cali." You know.
Yo, we're going back. Like, get the fuck on, man. Yeah, why would we? And then if they do tell you, that's not a good thing because y'all are gonna report it, and now there's gonna be more evidence for the cops.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
yo, hang that phone up, man. Don't answer that phone.
yeah, like who is that on the phone? It's a census brewery. Like, yeah, hang it up. Like, get the hell out the phone because you're telling them all our business. What the hell? Very weird, man.
Exactly. We tried to reach out to. Of course, they're not gonna answer the phone. What you talking about,
We tried
man?
to reach out so far, no word back. I'm assuming if they're smart.
I bet my life savings that they're not gonna get back to you.
Yeah, exactly. They don't plan on getting back to you, bro. Let me read this last little. I'm gonna lead this last little chat we got in here, and we're gonna close things out for the night. We've been on this joint for an hour and 31 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love, of course. It looks like Manny says facts, Polo. That's the only thing hella delay, similar to Nike dropping heat this year. Facts. Yeah, that's the only thing. Whenever you got to go to the street side of things, which Dunks, you don't have to have this problem. I don't have to have this problem because I go direct now. But in the event, say if I think the streets got something different, it's almost that's the problem. It becomes like an inconvenience. We'll say this: when you go direct with it, it's you of all people. If there was a such thing of convenience, you are the creator in this situation with your setup.
Exactly.
Yeah, me, mine's convenient, but at the same time, I still got, like you coming in, like I'm pretty sure, here, try this, and you good. Y'all had to help me, y'all had to put me on game with some stuff, and yeah. But that's the end of that, and y'all know what we're talking about. But other than that, man, we're gonna close things out for the night. Been on this joint for an hour and 32 minutes. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. I make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and y'all know this was Music Monday tonight. Appreciate everybody for rocking with us for sure, showing love. Appreciate that, especially as we just brought this at the top of the year. Definitely seeing a little bit of growth in it. It's coming there. Definitely more music topics on the way. But other than that, man, we'll be back Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Y'all know how we do. So smash that like button, sub up, and we'll be back on Saturday. And I'm gonna let Dunks take us out.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us, man. Yeah, this was a good one, man. Yeah, like I said, hope everybody is enjoying, their weekend. Just continue to enjoy your fun. If you're off tomorrow, if you were off today, like I say, just continue to, enjoy your time, but do it safely. And yeah, we will be back Wednesday. So yeah, hope you guys join us then.
Most definitely. Manny with the kicks for one more says, anyone copping the metallic red foam posits? I'm on the fence, but I got a video coming about it, so I'll get that answer then. But other than that, man, we're gonna close things out for the night, and we will be back on Wednesday. That's what I meant to say when I said Saturday last time. But other than that, we're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.
My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.